Alright, so we saw that Dr. Gordon and the photographer had a terrible fate with Jigsaw. So let's see what happens when things spiral haha, out of control. Because things are about to escalate with this sequel, Saw 2, and never look back. If anything, are gonna progress even more with each title. The director is not anymore James Wan because he was busy doing something else with Lee Wan L. But Lee Wan L stayed for writing partially the story, along with this new director, Darren Lynn Bousman, who's gonna stay for also I think movie 3 and 4, and also will return back for movie 9, but that's a long way from now. For the time being, this was released immediately 1 year later with a budget of 4 million and a recouping of 147.7 million. So yes, another huge success for Lionsgate, which found another good cash cow right just in time, I think, for the Twilight movies also to hit, if they were not
Twilight
already
was
doing.
Twilight's a few years away, and even better, it stars Mark Wahlberg's brother Donnie.
This is like that movie Nerve that stars James Franco's brother.
Yeah.
Alright then. Not beating too much around the bush, we're watching, for reference, the unrated cut. This is important.
Director's cut, yeah.
This is important because the normal version, which was in theater, which I think was still R-rated, but the normal version has still a lot of minor scenes that were just chipped away in different points of the movie. So if we're trying to watch the both versions at the same time, it's not really gonna work. So for reference, try to watch the unrated cut or the director's cut, in case of lives, which is labeled usually, which roughly in length about 94 minutes and a half. Alright then, start before the custom Lionsgate logo in 3, 2, 1, click. Alright, so Dwibs, do you have any experience with this movie?
No, I don't really have much experience of any of the Saw movies. I have
okay,
seen.
so it really feels like I am so I got.
I have seen the first trap escape scene of this movie. Well, we'll find out in a second how well that escape went.
There we go. The composer, I think it's also the same.
It's still Charlie Clouser, yeah.
And the editor also the same, Kevin Groeter. So aside from James Wan, most of the rest of the crew was the same.
We open with the same bulb. We open with the same bulb that the producers used to greenlight the sequel because they want to make money.
Because they got an idea, Waves, is that what you're saying?
There was an idea, blah blah blah. Yeah.
I will not say that.
Bousman.
I will not say that Jigsaw is good Avengers material, though.
Maybe a good Avengers villain.
This is the movie that also starts dwelling a bit more into his methodology and psychology.
Okay. Darren Lynn Bousman did do one film before this. He wrote and directed Identity Lost, which I'm not sure about.
Alright, once again, in terms of, being super iconic, we have a variation of the Venus flytrap, like that our first movie. This guy has this, contraption that can snap and, killing with spikes on his hand, kind of like an Iron Maiden,
Mm-hmm.
But that begs the question, where is the key? So let's have Billy the Puppet say it. But I'm called Jimmy.
I don't like snitches.
Snitches can stitches, literally, I guess. But where's the key?
There's all the behind the scenes of this bit, funny enough.
Yeah. Seems that Jigsaw performs some surgery to do things. Oh, how considerate. We spent a hint coin.
Oh,
Yeah, it seems that Jigsaw just inserted the key into these four guys' eyes.
oh, Jigsaw is a comedian.
Well, it makes sense that he would have a dark sense of humor.
Alright, so...
Spending a hit coin, yeah, this is what would happen if Professor Layton were dark and gritty.
And ironically enough, by doing this, it's what starts the timer. Again, staying true to the quote-unquote philosophy of Jigsaw, you know, it's more of a case of your death is caused only by your own actions. In this case, this guy has to literally sacrifice his own eye in order to retrieve the key. So, are you willing to sacrifice that in that short amount of time?
Well, remember, there's already made that joke in the first movie on how this is the natural conclusion of the Dick Layton story.
Yeah. You also realize this is yet another reason why probably Shiri doesn't want to watch this movie, because a lot of the tortures involve eye mutilation of some kind.
Also, there's editing.
Yeah, he returns.
Points for consistency, I guess.
Let me check who this guy is played by. Norm Jenkins. Well, he's dead anyway.
Old Man Jenkins?
Well, not very old,
Well,
but...
more like Dead Man Jenkins. No, Jenkins. Well,
his career has been extensive, but I can tell it's mostly out of TV stuff rather than movies. Oh wait! That guy that we saw that just died, Michael, that was the voice actor of Aiden Pierce in the Watch Dogs games.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess hopefully this will be a better role, because I found Aiden Pierce in the first Watch Dogs, his delivery was just absolutely dull.
From what I heard, he improves even on that in the following games, but that's a question mark.
And he's also in Far Cry 6
Mm-hmm.
as General Raul Old Dog Sanchez.
So yeah, Donnie Wahlberg plays Detective Eric Matthews. Who's gonna stay with us for a while when it comes to the movies. But yeah, as you can imagine, he's that kind of deadbeat father who doesn't know how to talk to his son.
Obviously.
Oh god,
What
I
he
said
calls
that.
him.
Hello, son. I'm not your son. Oh shit, sorry.
Shit! And now you're fired.
I'm not your son. I'm the ghost.
Oh yeah, people do that all the time. Where are we even supposed to be? I never checked. Don't remember what city are we supposed to be.
America.
We're in a disguised Canadian city.
Yeah, America City. That's where we are.
Toronto. We're in Toronto, but we're not in Toronto, I guess.
So who's gonna open it? The coroner, maybe?
Let's see.
As Jigsaw told us, he was an informer of the police, so obviously they know him. And yeah, Jigsaw also cut away the teacher piece. How considerate.
Alright,
What
I
a
would
great
say
work
take the body.
environment.
Right, I would say take the body away, but someone's got to take off that
That thing,
that helmet, and it's not going to be me. Look closer, Detective Matthews.
Again with these transitions.
You know, what if it turned out that by playing that video anywhere, the trap affects you regardless of where you are? Like a cursed video or something.
It would be interesting for a movie setting more in the future, because again, these movies were done, from the early 2000s until at least the first 7 towards the end of them. So they were still bound with that kind of, practical technology. You just know that if a movie was done in more recent time, Jigsaw would use technology like drones or Wi-Fi remote activation, stuff like that. We see some of that stuff in movies 8 and 9, but not that much.
So is this all gonna end with him just going insane because of all the stuff he keeps seeing in his dreams?
It seems to be a prerogative with police, because Detective Tapp also had a similar story arc. And no, like he said, the way it's resolved in the video games is not satisfying, and consider also the games suck, we're not doing those. Just stick to watch one of the reviews online, you're perfectly good to go. Which is also a shame, because, considering its nature about puzzles and, the life or death situation, this franchise really would, suit naturally for a video game. But we fucked up.
Twice.
I do wonder if it's a thing that only Hollywood did, memed out, or even in real life a SWAT team are compelled to just say go, go, go constantly. Also, there's again Tobin Bell, just chillaxing, I guess. What is he been eating? Porridge?
But he is hooked up to something.
It's not important, Dibs.
Alright, let's see what we got in here.
Behind door number 1.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got like extensive security measures in here.
Yeah, like rule 101 for SWAT and, in general, check your surroundings. Again, it happened with... Oh yeah, you're gonna shoot me the puppet. Shit. Who trained these people?
That's a good question, too. Allow me to answer you never.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, okay, I know they were trained to expect booby traps, but who could come up with leg cutting device on stairs?
No, I get that, Reeves, but again, if I was told to check my surroundings, I will also check where I step my feet. Just you know, it feels something that would be basic. Oh,
Lovely.
More people.
He must be the world's most loyal customer of mannequins.
There's also the suspension of disbelief that's similar to the Riddler in the Batman Arkham games, in the sense that Jigsaw is just one person, his crony. How is he able to set all of his shit up? You know? The movies will attempt to an explanation as they go on, but yeah, I took to an IV. Why would you tell Tobin Bell to remain silent?
His voices are awesome.
Hi.
Right. I'm sure nothing will go wrong here.
Well, at least we tested.
At least they check it this time. It's going to be interesting when we get to Saw 10. See how Tobin Bell can still pull a roll like this off at 80.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what's under the tarp. It's not a body, but a computer showcasing our next main attraction when it comes to people trapped in the Jigsaw, gauntlet. Yep, that also includes the detective's son.
Well, shit.
Whoa. Charming.
Jesus.
That's
What
wild.
a charming fellow.
Oh, but remember, Jigsaw is a fair person, and people just die because they choose to.
It's like an excuse like Hitman makes, like, Oh no! I didn't shoot him. He just fell into the bullets.
Yeah, you can tell this was done in year 2000 because of that foam model, the conch. $147.
Is that how long? Is that? You know, is it going to take place in real time, or more than I said? Is this how long the film lasts?
So yeah, while the quote unquote the B plot is essentially the detective interrogating Jigsaw, the main focus instead this time around it would be a bunch of these people trapped in this place. Again, this is a sequel. It's not 2 people. It's more people, and the location is bigger. And we have all sorts of specimens from the human race. Yeah, for some reason, Amanda is also here, played again by Shawnee Smith. If you forgot, Amanda was one of the victims of Jigsaw. But she did survive her test and appreciate life. Why is she here again? That's the question.
She doesn't appreciate it again.
God damn. The son is played by Erik Knudsen, who was also in Scream 4. It was Crash in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. But he's also been mostly in TV stuff. They're referencing Old Boy, which was released. The South Korean version was released in 2003. So, although it wasn't really 9 years, they're mostly just homaging with a reference to that.
Oh, Turbinville was in 24 at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And also the TV show, The Flash.
Yeah. Amanda, are you okay? Also, Dweebs, again, Tobin Bell's acting career goes far back, and he was mostly as an extra and credit, sometimes uncredited. Like he was a one officer in Goodfellas, for example. Like this series was essentially his breakout scene.
So yeah, I decided not to eat anything while watching this movie this time.
Good choice, especially because the gore will escalate as the series progresses, Dweebs.
Yeah, I think I was eating ice cream last time, and that was...
you chose it.
Well, I guess you could say it simulates the feeling of being like cold dead, like or something like.
Because you're isolated. Terrible. Okay. Also, let me check again the other actors, to be sure. Damn. So yeah, this time around the time is also tight. The previous one, Dr. Golden, 8 hours to kill the photographer. In this case, they have 2 hours to solve all the riddles before they actually die by nerve gas. So you can technically say that Jigsaw is quite literally violating the Geneva Convention.
I mean, I never took Jigsaw as for someone who obeys rules, so...
This guy with the tattoo is played by Frankie G, or Frank Gonzalez, which also was in the Italian Job, the 2003 version, but mostly also TV.
No, don't use it.
Terrible choice.
You have chosen poorly, blah 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 blah.
I told you.
I told you, dog.
Hey, it wasn't my... Hey, hang on, it wasn't her fault they decided to use the key, even though they told them not to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, too bad.
In case you haven't seen the first movie. I think the guy who's asking her this is played by Glenn Plummer, whose career is also extensive, but I don't recognize anything, particular.
was in
But it's
ER.
been both. Sorry?
What, Glenn Plummer, he was in the ER.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, right? Again, both TV and movies will have been there. Wait, they made a sequel to Showgirls? I didn't know that. Oh, it was.
Well, if fucking Monster Family can get a sequel, anything can get a sequel.
Alright, it was Maurice in the Speed duology. Okay.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Why not? I'm dying anyway.
Yeah, look, I don't give a fuck. Again, that's the thing with Jigsaw. Due to circumstance and everything, he gets to have this holier-than-thou attitude where, oh, no matter what you do, I get to have the last word. So, yeah.
Okay.
Let me check who the sergeant is played by. Dina Meyer. Sorry. Oh, great. Her first role, if I recall correctly, was the love interest in Johnny Mnemonic.
Great.
Well, she was also in Dragonheart, Starship Troopers. Oh, right, she was Dizzy in Starship Troopers, right. Star Trek Nemesis lives as a Romulan.
Poor woman.
A lot of interesting movies in her career. Also Piranha 3D.
Starship Troopers, Traitor of Mars.
That was one of the later movies that was animated. As a general fun games, only the first movie is enjoyable, but even then, you have to know what you're going into.
Yep.
I did see it recently. It's all right.
Well, we did try to comment on it once, also, Dibs. Are we good to go now?
Hopefully.
Move. So yeah, it turns out that the only thing we needed to do for the door to open was wait a bit.
Or the nerve gas.
Well, that's the thing. Again, Jigsaw has placed the 2-hour time limit, but they were basically forced to wait for the first door. So Jigsaw put already a disadvantage to their already existing time limit. That's not very polite as a game master. Okay.
Alright then.
Cool story, bro. Notice also how the detective's son hasn't said a single word yet.
I wouldn't trust a sign saying exit
Yeah.
in this context.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's only a nerve gas flooding the room. Let me guess. It's an exit from life.
I mean, at least this guy is actually smart enough to not try to go full front immediately. But yeah, key doesn't work. Alright, let's have our personal talk.
Hey, that wasn't part of the condition. Yes. I can't talk, so I have to sit down.
Now wear this clown suit. But I wasn't wear it. Oh, god damn it. That's your answer to everything, Jigsaw. John. The wise words of Ocelot, a plain name. Oh. See, but our detective doesn't really have that much of a clean conscience. I mean, unsurprising, but... I mean, yes, please.
Oh god, it's like, really?
Like, seriously, fine. I mean, that's an approach, I guess, but...
Yeah, something to... Yeah.
Reinforced as metal. Oh, fuck.
Charming.
Well, again, Jigsaw chooses people who apparently don't appreciate life, so... I guess that's part of the course, so... Oh. Oh, right, you can speak, child.
Wait, who's the hooded guy over there?
I was present in the room before, and I forgot who plays him, but I swear I saw him somewhere else. Good
I don't
job.
open it. Well, they stopped without taking precautions. I saw what happened earlier. Rude. I mean, I know you're in a perilous situation, but you know,
Bro thinks he's on the
manners.
team. There you go, I found it. The guy with the hooded weaves is played by Timothy Bird, who was also in stuff like the Revenant, for example. But I've seen him also somewhere else.
And this is the cleanest room in the house.
Oh,
Obi.
yeah, that's his name, Obi.
Wait, damn. Is this what happened to Obi-Wan?
Oh. He just disappeared, poof.
No, he reincarnated, but he died again. And this time he doesn't get to be one with the Force.
Apparently, Timothy Bird was an extra as an engineer in the Glitter movie that you guys commented on. Yeah, it seems that Jigsaw had some sort of accomplices, and Obi might have been one of them.
Well, fuck.
That will partially just justify like how he manages to set up things up, but the movies will try to be more convincing as we go on. check Blondie. I think this is Beverly Mitchell. Oh, great! She was in Seven Heaven, one of the main characters.
Oh no! And considering about what we know about the lead guy, yeah.
But she's mostly been a TV actress. She's still doing stuff to this day. Ho 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 ho.
You're not getting the other one.
So yeah, in case it wasn't clear enough through the lighting, yeah, it's a furnace. So it's not exactly the best place to be.
Things are certainly going to heat up in here.
Hopefully not. Not to mention a bit the claustrophobia.
Let me guess. He pulls one, and that starts the timer for the furnace.
And well,
Yeah,
shit. Remember, there was a price to pay.
And that, I don't think those syringes are going to be any good at this point.
Nope. And yeah, that would have been his escape plan. Jigsaw did give him a way out, but unfortunately he did not notice it until it was too late.
Oh god damn, the editors. The
editors are still way out there killing people. You just know when things speed up, it's too late.
Oh. Yeah, I feel bad for those who are really susceptible to loud noises.
And claustrophobia, I guess, considering the tight cramp.
It's
loud noises. I mean, I'm not overly fond of them myself, but yeah.
Yeah, like I'm terrified of being in tight spaces, but I'm okay watching it happen in a movie most of the time.
So yeah, looks like the editor is just a bit overcooked.
Oh well. He ain't got the funky needles. I don't know. I get that you ain't got the balls is overused, but at the same time I feel like that one doesn't work as a replacement. What we're supposed to be doing is just watching these people die. That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's what law enforcement is for.
Again, so it's just having this entire SWAT team by the balls, apparently.
No, you mean by the needles, too.
Well, the needles was not so much of a slang, but more in a direct sense, because remember, the antidotes were syringes.
I guess.
What was that cut? Like, did we need it, that cut?
Because, based on what I'm seeing so far, this franchise doesn't know what editing is, apparently.
Again, it will get better or worse, people, because this editor is also gonna become
This guy-
the main director for the next couple of movies.
Yeah, I get the feeling, I'm guessing this guy...
Near the end, yeah.
Did this director do the editing for the first movie or something?
No. It's not because they just do the one editor, Kevin Groeter.
Okay. I get the feeling the people making these movies are like the polar opposite of Peter Jackson. Whereas with Peter Jackson, I really get the feeling he doesn't edit anything anymore. These guys are the polar opposite. They edit way too much.
So it's like the comparison between a British documentary and an American one.
Yeah.
Listen, Jigsaw, I saw Death Note. I already know how this works. But yeah, remember, that's his name, John Kramer. Remember, he mentions that he has cancer, so he does have an expiration date. Yeah, there you go. And he went to Dr. Gordon, which will not show because, Cary Elwes is a bit expensive and he might not be available. Don't worry, we will see him again eventually. Yes, that's exactly what's going on. Again with this editing. So yeah, John decided to try to commit suicide via car crash. Yeah.
What an uplifting story.
Yeah, like you get a god complex because you survived a suicide attempt.
Oh wait, never mind about the whole not eating thing. I've got some lucky magic stars left.
I guess they're candies or something?
Chocolate.
Oh.
Want some chocolate?
Well, that was a productive conversation.
It was. Well, okay. If I know my horror movie franchises, here's the basic rule. With each sequel, they get progressively stupider. So, I'm assuming it's the same here?
More convoluted than that. I say 3D is the one that becomes, completely stupid.
So what, like Psycho and all that?
I haven't seen the sequels yet. mode.
I read the script.
Hopefully. That's good McGuffin. So again, that begs the question, why is she here? Yeah. Oh. Well, I guess that's another way you're not appreciating life, I guess.
And I'm here because I had an argument with my dad.
It's more of a case of, oh, I'm here as leverage for my dad. Again, like you said, Jigsaw's methodology might start alluring on the very surface level, but the moment you start thinking about it, you know that it's just full of shit. Yeah.
Also,
Okay,
is
you
this the
didn't need
start
to
of
jump
those,
scare me or that.
Is this where the jump scare trend started?
Not really. Jump scares started a long time, ago in terms of movies. It's just that with the rising of computer technology for editing, people started abusing that to a ridiculous degrees. It's a good thing that because people became aware these days, they're actually, not as common as they were. But between the early 2000s and the middle of the 2010s, they were all over the place. Oh shit. Air gas is getting there.
Don't worry, we're getting there.
Eventually. Uh-oh. And there's another timer. Who's that? Another tape.
It's a tape recorder.
Again, more microcassettes. Jigsaw is
In
just at that
2005.
tackle. Okay. A little pit full of syringes. If you're afraid of needles, this is your absolute worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Literally, needle in your haystack. So. Poor Amanda.
Oh.
Jesus.
I dread to think what those needles are full of.
Even if it's nothing, Dweebs, it's just a mere fact. I don't remember how they actually handled this effect, but again, props for the actress. As in a minute.
Hey, I'm trying here. All you're doing is yelling at me.
Almost 20 seconds.
Be a twist if it ended up only at this bit.
Got it. Come on.
5,
Butterfingers.
4, 3, 2.
Fuck!
Ah, well.
Maybe you should have been more reactive, Javier. Poor Amanda. Yeah, someone need to help her out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems we have a common theme with, again, the people who got kidnapped. Okay. Because that worked so well previously.
Well, nope, they're dead.
So now what?
Oh,
Shit.
that. You sure the subs editing isn't going to kill anybody?
How despicable. Oh.
I'm not wrong though, am I?
Oh. Yeah, it seems that all the victims in Jigsaw's case in this time around were people that our detective, Detective Matthews just put in jail.
Again, nice to see he's having fun.
See, he truly is appreciating life.
Again, I don't see how they're going to get out of this one. They failed that challenge earlier.
Well, maybe there is another accident we don't know. They just need to, look around.
One thinks Jigsaw would be the type of guy to give second chances.
Who knows? Remember, originally that door that led to that room wasn't even ideally supposed to be open. Even Amanda suggested it. Oh, remember what he said? Over the rainbow, that means behind each of their heads is a number, apparently. Damn.
What a charming fellow.
No, you haven't. You only found one number. Again, what Trixie is suggesting with this is cooperation. Okay. Oh,
Ow.
how do you... Yeah.
How do you what?
I was saying before, like, how do you accidentally trip over that safe? Ow. Seems that this time Jigsaw got involved people who are more willing to kill. So... Yeah.
16.
Yeah, the number 2.
I think I saw the number 10 on that guy's arm earlier.
Oh, look at that.
A badly chroma keyed photo.
Oh, well. Damn. Teaser. I guess that's the reaction of most people after seeing the editing.
Damn.
And that's also here out of the picture.
Well, could have gone better.
Okay. Pretty sure cooperation is a bit out of the discussion for now.
I mean, how's it my fault for something my dad did?
Literally sins of a father.
That's bullshit. Honestly, I find the bad composition more offensive. It's like they just took the photo on a blue screen.
That's because that's probably what they did. 11. There you go.
I mean, hey, I think this sort of at least averts this series averts the whole black guy dies first of the horror movie cliche.
8. There you go.
But how many different combinations can there be with all these numbers?
Well, at least we have a general idea what to do, rather than, just play blindly. Oh, shit. Well, say please first.
Yeah, it's like Jigsaw did earlier. I mean, now he's a bastion of humanity. Yeah, it's a bit of an upscale from the earlier movie. You know how the earlier movie mostly took place in one room?
like I
This
said,
mostly takes place in 2 rooms.
not just 2 rooms, but also the fact that it's an entire house and there are more people involved. Bigger game and everything.
So what is, with the rule of sequel escalation, is Saw 10 going to take place in a big city?
Gonna go in space, yes.
Like the entire city is a trap.
Brr.
Damn, when he's being beaten up, he's
Ow. Oof.
Oh.
Another
Ooh.
mail that.
Another one.
There's another. Oh, sorry, another tape. But yeah, we can pretty guess what was recording there. Oh, god damn it! Like a fucking idiot.
Oops.
Help.
Yeah. How many traps did this? So is this gonna be like the rest of the series now, where people die in traps because of their own stupidity?
Part stupidity and part rashness. Okay, for this occasion, I can excuse a bit because the nerve gas has been circulating in all of these people. So aside of Javier, who is genuinely just a really bad person, the others have done a lot of illogical decisions because their brains are literally, passing out. But that's also the modus operandi of Jigsaw. Again, generate the event, he doesn't kill properly, but people kill themselves because of their own stupidity of that. You can tell still that he's full of shit, but it's still also true that, a lot of people panic and do mistakes of their own instead of, following the instructions. Yeah, game over and stuff.
And off come your hands.
Yeah. Here's hoping he doesn't activate another trap, huh? Whoa! He's editing.
Can you even call this editing? This feels like the movie's having a stroke.
But that's the bigger question, Dweebs. Again, will this movie manage to showcase cars moving properly instead of just being in front of a black screen? Yes, the answer is yes, to an extent.
They've done it, guys. They've done it. The men have actually done it.
Yay.
And there you go. The tech team has managed also to find the address of the house.
Well, apparently this film took less than a month to film, so I think it's a bit longer than the last one.
Mm-hmm. And again, although again, I think in terms, and technically 4 million is a bigger budget than the previous one, so yeah. Crunchy. No. Okay, can you see when in some shot we still did that, but hey, at least we improved the song capacity. But hey, Amanda noticed something. It seems that, yeah, there's actually a trapdoor properly in the first room they were in. Again, in true Jigsaw tradition, it stared under their noses.
Of course.
So now what? Yeah, the first key. Got it.
Just hope it doesn't get flushed down the toilet.
No, this time around it works. Alright, Jigsaw, stay put and quiet and don't move. Poor Tobin Bell.
Oh. Something seems a bit off here.
Maybe detective is still in time to save his son.
Yeah, why haven't those two been shown on screen together, even though they're in the same location?
Which two, sorry?
The insane guy and the detective.
Well, because they're in different places. There you go, there are the bodies.
I mean, this place all look the same, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a
Yeah, why haven't they
light
showed up yet?
on the news feed? We need to open just that door and... hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, this looks familiar.
This looks familiar. Because it's the room of the first movie.
Array.
And, still some of the bodies added to food of Dr. Gordon. But that begs the question, what happened to the one else character?
He died.
Well, the body should be there then, but it's not. It's only the body of that guy who entered at the end. You know, the guy from Person of Interest. I mean, you just need a mirror.
Yeah, just turn around and say, alright, what does it say on the back of my neck? Why has no one done that?
And hey, there's the iconic theme.
Well, he tried, but again, just get him to look at the back of your neck.
No, apparently stabbing with that is the solution.
Yeah. I think
Clearly.
you're going about this the hard way. Ah, Jesus Christ. So what was the point of the series where the films was just starting to be considered just torture porn?
Starting with this one, ideally. But like I said, the first trilogy is still relatively solid enough. And even 4, 5, and 6, for as much as, you know, lower in quality they tend to be, they still had some. It's 3D, which is the 7th movie that really shits the bed. There we go.
And it came out in that magical year, 2010.
Blah. But hey, at the very least, maybe the detective is still on their trail and maybe can still save his son. Yeah, that's still weird.
Yeah, what happened? Is the picture glitching?
Maybe the camera's froze. Well, what's this? What?
Who's that then?
Oh,
Oh,
shit. Those were
I
not
see.
the news feed on you know, direct. They were recorders.
I
All the
see
events that
Jigsaw,
happened,
watch speed.
all the events that happened in the house happened in the past. But how much? We don't know. We still have to hope that Daniel is alive, and hopefully Amanda too, but...
Again, I think Jigsaw watched Speed, and that's where he got his inspiration.
there you go. There's Javier.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go, that's your confirmation. There was the one else character's body.
I mean, yeah, it was easy to figure out he'd be dead.
Unfortunately, his game was truly over.
I mean, Saw's never really been serious to bring back characters from the dead.
Again, there was at best it will be for flashbacks, you know. Brr, pig mask. Damn, son, what was in that syringe?
1-0.
Game over. The safe opens. If you waited, the safe would open. And what's inside?
A bomb.
No, it's Daniel. If the detective had just waited and did what the Jigsaw told him, he would have seen his son after 2 hours. The irony. But unfortunately, because he, again, as Jigsaw told and tested on his own skin, he's violent, you know, and abuses the law, he now has to pay the price. But that begs the question, what happened to Amanda? She was also with Daniel.
Oh, how nice. He got a tape recorder.
Got his own tape, yes. Oh. And it's not Tobin Bell's voice. Oh shit.
Of course.
Seems that Amanda was alive with Jigsaw all this time.
Dun dun dun.
That's why she seemed to know all this kind of stuff and knew where to go.
How did no one hear noise coming out of that safe, though?
He was actually, you know, unconscious. He had an oxygen, you know, reserve, but he was unconscious. And yeah, it was Amanda in the pig mask.
So this is the ending of the last movie.
Basically. There we go. Well, Jigsaw is not in good conditions. Don't worry, he's not dead.
I mean, we're dying of cancer soon.
So yeah, he doesn't have that much to live for, but I can assure you that for the time being, he's not dead. And, but
Yeah, what great assurance, he's not dead.
Yet. But yeah, that's also the end of the movie. Again, we will see also what happens to Detective Matthews eventually, because he's not out of the picture just yet. We need to see what happens to him. But the next movie will not really focus on him per se, but it will still be a part of it. You will see in good time. But for the time being, thoughts on this movie? Libs?
Well, that was alright, I guess. Again, aside from the weird editing again from the last movie, which I swear has gotten worse.
It will not become better, Libs, I can assure you of that.
And I can't wait for the movies in which the editor of these gets to be the director. Goody. I think it's pretty much like the first movie, except bigger in scale.
Yeah.
You got the more traps. Well, I mean, I could buy more that they're driving cars this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something. Also, again, I mean, the music's as good as always. So that's one positive.
Although I don't know this song at the end.
I think it's probably just some licensed track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems to be the Saw II's rhetoric. Do the same, but bigger, and even has the same ending, except it's Amanda locking the detective into his death.
Mm-hmm.
Really, that's about it for me. It's the first movie, but bigger.
Mm-hmm. That's basically what I wanted to do. I checked. Okay, apparently this song is called "Forget to Remember" by American heavy metal band Mud Vein, but I never heard of that.
Well, forget's certainly something. Yeah, forgettable. That's this song in a nutshell.
Oh well, Pedro.
Yeah, I guess it's somewhat on par. I mean, yeah, but I'm gonna have to really do accept the editing seems like it's even worse.
And unfortunately, it will not be better.
Yeah. Again, polar opposite of Peter Jackson, where it's just or in Peter Jackson movies, I'm just saying, Peter, it's time to cut to the next scene. Come on, I think we're done now. But in here, it's like the polar opposite of that. But aside from that, yeah, it seems like it's on par. Okay, I will say that James Wan's absence is felt. The direction doesn't seem quite as skillful. So, but yeah, I guess it's not too much of a downgrade. It's still fine. The characters are just, again, all on par, really. It doesn't really feel like there's that much in terms of difference between this movie's quality and the previous one, aside from maybe James Wan's direction. It's a perfectly fine sequel, as far as I can tell. That's it.
Alright, I'll conclude. This is fine. It's still not my favorite of the original trilogy, but it's still pretty solid on its own. I think there are still one or two things, like Javier progressively getting more and more illogical as the game goes on, even when it makes no fucking sense. It's probably the one that the one thing that that grates me a bit more than anything else. But generally, the story as a whole is solid, and the twists at the end about the time displacement and the revelation about Amanda are probably what makes the movie great. Still very solid. But otherwise, it's like the others have said. It's the first movie, but bigger in scope. More impressive and everything. So it's always appreciated also on that. The editing is really the one thing that sticks out, and it's probably Ace the worst out of all of these. And unfortunately, we'll have to keep that as the franchise goes on. Alas, but anyway, we'll have to see what happens to these characters and more with these new revelations when it comes to the next movie we'll actually see, Saw 3. Yeah.
See ya.